Hi, I'm Barbara Bertucci, and I'm here in St. Pete Beach, Florida. And I'm just so privileged to be here to share with you about some amazing technologies. These are Japanese research and development technologies that we help, and just sharing all the different things that we have about them. And for me, what I've found, and I'm going to put this on speaker. So hang on, guys. All right, there we go. And what I found is that I used to wake up and just kind of have to roll out of bed and push myself up and, ooh, old Uncle Joe moving kind of slow at the junction. And once I got these amazing technologies and things that I use and have and sleep on and have my pillow, and it's just been amazing. In 3 days, I just got up and I was up straight and I was walking to the bathroom and I was like, I felt 20 years younger. Just amazing. And I have been using these technologies for some time now, and I just love the way I feel in the morning. So let's share and let's have some other people share. And do me a favor, if you think of anybody that might be able to use these technologies or these might relate to some of the stories that you hear here today, share this video with them, give it back with the person that shared it with you, and we'll do it again. Okay. And we'll have another one on another day. All right. Take it away, Hattie Jane. Yep. You're muted. There
No,
you
I'm
go.
not. There I go. Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Perfect.
Oh, good. Um, there's so many things I want to share and tell you all about because I think it's so fabulous. And perhaps one of the first things to start out with is the fact that um, I've experienced something when during a very heavy allergenic time because mine. Do you know somebody that always needs a Kleenex and they're always kind of blowing their nose and they have these wads of things in their pockets because they're always having or they're sneezing all the time, but they don't have a cold? Well, that was me for years.
Mm.
And I was introduced to Nikan by a fellow practitioner in the body works field. And we were taking a course on shiatsu, which comes out of Japan too. And it was fascinating because I lay down at night, my stuffy nose and all my packs, and I was laying down on a wedge because that way I could go to sleep. Because if I lay down flat, I felt like I was suffocating. Well, it was really weird because I put a cushion like we use in the chairs, and I put a pillow behind me that comes from Nikan. And it was like I'm laying there getting ready to, snuggle down to sleep. And it's like, And it felt like, well, I can take my wedge out because my back feels comfortable and I can lay down flat, but I'll with the pillow. And then my face felt kind of flushy red and I checked with a mirror because it felt like I had a high fever. And I wondered, well, what am I doing in reaction to this stuff? Or what's this stuff doing to me? And then it was like, But I wasn't red. I wasn't sweating. Okay, just felt like it. And then all these little strange things, and I'm checking myself out because it feels strange. And then I become aware, and this gets me every time, that for the first time in my life, laying flat with a pillow under my head, I could breathe through my nose. I mean, the air was going up and in, and it felt like a marble tunnel. It was a wonderful feeling. And then you can imagine as a young person, and I wasn't young by that age, by that time, of trying to do things like, eat so nice with your mouth closed. Well, I couldn't because I couldn't breathe and eat.
Wow.
So that is what that particular products did with me. And that's what I love telling people about because I want you to find out what you can do with Nikon's Marvelous Line.
Yeah.
Aw,
Thank you, Barbara.
awesome, Hattie Jane. Oh my goodness. That's truly amazing. All right, Dee, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dee Welsh, and I live outside of Chicago. And about 12 years ago, a friend cared enough to ask if it's okay if she shared what she had found with me. And I was open to that because I trusted her and valued her friendship. And what she did not know was that I was having daily discomforts, whether it was my neck, upper back, low back, down on my knee, spasms, all kind of things, as a result of a old car accident when I was in my mid 30s.
Mm.
And also that I had trouble sleeping for years and years, 15 or 20 years at least. And so I was urgent to feel better, have more energy. I was working 60 hours a week at the time and wanted and needed to keep going and wanted to feel more engaged in what I had to do and what I wanted to do. And I wanted to keep that going for a long time. So I got pretty much everything right away and started feeling better, started having less
So what did you get? What did you get? The sleep? So you slept on the sleep system? So we're talking about the sleep topper because we got a great one coming out right now.
I got the whole sleep system because sleep was such a big issue for me. But I had started, some of the smaller products, the insoles, the
Mhm.
necklace, the water. As a retired nurse, or at the time I was still working, I knew how important hydration was for all our systems to function well.
Mhm.
And a couple of weeks later, the sleep system came. And I fell asleep right away instead of my mind racing, where I couldn't shut it off. Fell asleep right away, woke up before the alarm went off, thought, oh my God, this is what a good night's sleep feels like. And that has continued. And I use everything during the day and at night. And it has been such a life-changing
Mm.
experience for me. And when we have been affected in a positive way or even in a negative way, we tend to let other people know. And it is so gratifying to know that um, this can be utilized safely, economically, non-invasively, and simply. So I am really grateful
Oh,
for
dear.
that friend's initial introduction and everything I've learned and experienced since. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Dawn Marie, out in
Hey.
California, right? Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be here this morning and be able to share my experiences with these products. I'm probably one of the newbies in the group, and I look at these women and think about how long they have been using a product that has sustained them to be able to live these vibrant lives and utilize something that's non-invasive in their systems, but brings them long-term healthy benefits. I was introduced to the product about a year ago now, and it was the water. That water to me was the game changer. It allowed my body to be hydrated. I had gotten diagnosed with some health issues with my kidneys, and I needed to just really up my water intake. And so the water to me it came at the right time. I'd been in a car accident. I had this diagnosis that came up, and I was having severe discomfort in my body and not really knowing what to do and not really wanting to be on pharmaceuticals. So I chose a natural way for me to start with internally healing myself, drinking the water, lubricating my joints. I'm telling you, within 5 days of being on that water, I woke up and I had no discomfort in my body. I rolled out of bed. I was feeling exuberant. I felt charged up and really couldn't really pinpoint it until it occurred to me that it's the water. It's that water that I'm drinking. So I really emphasize keeping a wellness home. And these products afford me the opportunity to create wellness in my home, in my body, and be able to share with my networking group that these products, it's a game changer. I don't leave home without my water. I've heard women say that they were snobs about the water. Yes, I was one of those women too. I couldn't phantom the taste of water. It just, I felt like it wasn't giving me any benefit. But lo and behold, with this PIMAG water system, I have found that it tastes great. It does a wonderful thing to my body, and it affords me the opportunity to nurture my insides without harmful
Yeah.
products from my doctor. So I'm so excited about being able to share and being around the longevity of folks using these products. And as Dee says, 30 years ago, she was in a car accident and had this discomfort in her body. Well, I don't want to be down the road 10 years now still dealing with pain in my body or discomfort. So I've chosen a way by implementing these products that give me some natural relief right away. So thank you, Barbara, for allowing me to share my experience with these products.
Yes, for sure. Ah, it's amazing. I love it. And you look awesome. You really
Thank you.
do.
Feel
So,
awesome. I really do.
all right, Betty. Now we're coming back to the central time zone, huh? Where are you, Betty? Oh, you're muted, Betty. Let me unmute you. Hold on. Okay. You got it? There we go. Betty? There you are.
There we go. Uh, I'm Betty Jenkins. I live in Wichita, Kansas, right in the middle of the country.
Nice.
I've been using these products for 24 years. I wasn't interested in getting in when I heard about them because I didn't have any issues. I slept well and I was working, but my husband did get us in. So usually I started using the products, and as they added new ones, I added those along. So I've had a wellness home all these years.
Mm.
But and then then I retired, and you sort of get bored when you're retired and aren't talking to people. And in the last 10 years, I've been doing product demos for the grocery stores up until last year when I was laid off. But while I was working, that meant you stood on your feet for 6 hours a day in one spot on a cement floor. And in using all the products, I used the insoles, I used the one for my back, and I had a neck there, that one, and had a necklace. And so I never hurt. I was always comfortable. My feet didn't hurt. While others who were doing the same thing were kind of shifting from foot to foot to foot, as so I really don't have any issues other than what I've prevented all these years. I'm 87, soon to be 88.
Wow.
I don't take any kind of medications. I use products all the time. I mean, they just come second nature. That's my go-to when I do have a hurt or discomfort. I do find that if I don't put it on when I go in the yard to do yard work, I pay the next day. But other than that, all I can do is I'm just blessed and thankful that I have these and that I don't know what I've prevented along the way.
Well, that's what I love, Betty, because you're using these technologies that are, I call them hot new technologies that are ancient, right?
Yes.
They're ancient
Right.
and they're natural. It's just amazing. And you look amazing, and you're not taking anything else, right?
Right.
No other meds or anything like
No
that.
other meds.
How wonderful is that? You
It's
look
all,
beautiful.
thank you. It's always makes you feel kind of funny when some comes by and say, do you have an aspirin? I mean, I've got a headache. I'd like to take some. Haven't had aspirins in my house for years.
I love it.
Don't
I
have
love
any of that in my house.
it. All right. Oh, thank you, Betty, for sharing. Marcia, take it away.
Amazing.
I know, right? I think she's still here. Is she on?
I'm here, but can you see me?
Nope.
Mhm.
That's okay. There we are. There you
We
go.
can see you.
I hope my phone keeps me here. I keep popping on and off. Anyway, I'm gonna start by piggybacking on what Betty said, because I'm one of those people that loves to garden, and I forgot to put in my best friend when I was doing it the other day. This guy, and I paid the price. So I was trying to figure out how to make it feel better as quickly as I could. And my daughter had told me a story about how this had helped her recently, immediately. So I took it. This is a reflective, heat reflective tape that Nikan is wonderful to make. And I put it across my back everywhere it hurt. I kind of crisscrossed my back with this tape. And then I bent over, and I could bend over, which was, I couldn't do before without kind of cringing. So it chased that owie away almost immediately. And I was just very, very excited. So then when a friend called me the next day and said she had some issues, and were there any suggestions I could make for her? I had that kind of in the back of my mind, that technology in the back of my mind. And her issue was that she couldn't sit at her desk. She needed to sit at her desk for many hours during the day with the kind of work she was doing. And what happened when she did that was her one particular knee was very, 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 very uncomfortable. And she had trouble with moving it subsequently. Flexibility was an issue, and the discomfort was an issue. And so I recommended her using a wrap that goes around the knee that contains the same reflective warming technology. And she had some issues with her feet as well from too much sugar, and had some numbness and a bent toe. So I recommended her trying these insoles, which have a magnetic technology and also the warming technology. So she called me the next day, and she said her knee was more flexible. The hurting was a lot less. She hadn't cut down the insoles yet. But then when she did, and we discussed, maybe you could just put it under your shoe. But the next day, the following day, this was 2 days later, her knee now was even more flexible, not hurting. She was walking around and she put the insole in her shoes, and she was expecting, she was looking at it. I said, watch and see, let me know, because, we don't know which way it's going to feel, and whatever it feels is going to be a step in the right direction. I didn't know if she was, because I know my husband, his feet got really sweaty the first time he put it on because he was detoxing like crazy. So anyhow, she said something that I didn't expect, because I didn't even know it was a problem. She said her foot was feeling better. Only one foot had the issue. The other one seemed to not have the issue for some reason. The foot was feeling better. The toe was straighter, and she was walking straighter and standing straighter. I didn't even know that was a problem. So thank you, Nikan.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I want to keep hearing how she's doing. Thank you, Marcia. Wow. I just went to gallery. We just lost your video, but you stayed on the whole time. Now you're back.
Yeah, she's got
Oh,
some other issues going on too now that I'm waiting to find out what happens.
yeah, the fact that she's standing up straighter, and we all have a little bit of want to make sure our bones are strong and stable and
Yeah.
holding us up. So that's awesome. Well, I just I invite you to come back next Thursday and bring a friend, and let's share. Maybe she could get on. Maybe she could tell her own story. That would be
That'd be
awesome.
cool. That'd be
And
very cool.
and let's look at doing that. And I'll get this recording out. So if you're listening to this as a recording, get with the person that invited you to watch it and find out, get your questions answered, but also forward it on to anybody that you've thought of along the way that might need to hear something about the knee or the back or the, not needing to have anything to prevent it, like Betty, right? So get with that person and share. All right. Thanks so much. And we will stop. Ah,